just some. There we go. I couldn't hear myself in the back end of the audio. Not only when you plug in my headset to set it up, I can hear myself talk. That time I couldn't hear anything. Couldn't hear any of my own input. We're gonna continue on with the Archon quest, of course. Oh, I climbed the wrong staircase. The one I wanted was over there. So I have figured out what, if you go enter your, menu and then go to, I think it should be L2, yes. You can actually enter this. I figured out what the keys are for. Each one of these actually gives you a character, it looks like. Like I could choose one of the characters.
I think I may have overeaten. You do tell the cleverest jokes.
The fate of the Bourgeois Brotherhood.
So what, do we enter? Yes. I'm like 3 crystals away from having another weapon crafted as well, so maybe we'll get lucky on that. Looks like the stream is about 7 seconds behind.
Welcome, friend of child, and congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui. You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. Only the Tsuri. But back to the matter at hand. Child tells me that he has upheld his end of...
What agreement?
Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate. And the Harbingers do not break their promises lightly.
Where is...
Child is currently at Lioli Pavilion.
There are 2 styles of cooking in Liyue, known as Li style and Yue style. They have been competing for centuries, but neither has emerged as the clear winner. The flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Lioli Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope so they could compete face-to-face with the Xinyue Kiosk, which is the flagship restaurant of the Yue style.
You're like this every time we talk about food.
The Paimon like that. Anyway, Paimon...
Exactly. All you wanted was the food. Farewell to the archaic warlord. I did a whole bunch of off-camera stuff. I discovered a secret quest, a very secret quest that I'm not going to expose to anyone until I've completed it. Because not even I am sure how to complete it yet, so I'm going to keep it to myself, as I'm sure almost no one has ever found this one yet. Because it is so out of the way, so random, so hidden, that I don't think anyone will ever find it. Now, there are some very intuitive people out there. I kind of randomly stumbled across it on accident. But it's like I said, it's so far out of the way that when I first found it, I didn't even realize it was a quest until after I'd left the area and looked through my quest log and discovered I had a new quest.
Aha, you made it. As promised, I found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liu Qixing would hide the Geo Archon's vessel.
So, where is he?
He certainly is. Come, I'll introduce you. I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the Liu custom.
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
Interesting. I like the little cutscenes they put here and there. It adds a little bit more depth to the game. Ooh. Hello.
Hi.
Hmm?
A man of few words, it looks.
Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhong Li, consultant to an organization known as Wang Sheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui. Indeed,
Wang Sheng.
Wang Sheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when discretion is needed. And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the shadows.
What?
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
Ooh. Yeah, when I saw him, he's gotta have some deep and gruff voice. And, ooh, they nailed that so perfectly.
Discretion? Shadows? Is Wangshan some kind of
Indeed. It is as you have guessed. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor organizes burials. We ensure that those who pass...
Huh?
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer? The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, ostensibly. Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much. In any case, I brought you to meet Mr. Zheng...
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what Mr. Zhong Li has to say, shall we?
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. This is the inexorable trend. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst.
That's true, the Adepti are staying away from Liu.
As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning. In years past, Liu's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever to respect this tradition. It is sacrilege.
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go unattended to. Traveler, Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, Could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo-Archon's last rites?
I accept your
A wise
invitation.
decision. The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the 7.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex Lapis again. If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
So can I get Zhongli as a playable character?
Alright.
I want to hear more of his
work here is
voice.
done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks. And get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
Yeah, I'm not very good with chopsticks either, I'll admit that. Chopsticks are kinda... You have to have, like, a certain muscle control and kind of like hand-eye coordination for it. I'm not quite that adapted to them. I'm not adept. I know how to use them, it's just like... I can't quite get my fingers and stuff to use them. I've seen how to use them, I've looked up for tutorials and people have tried to show me before, but it doesn't make it any easier. Alright, Zhongli, where are we going? Shangli? Shanghi? Whatever.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue?
I don't know. I like Liyue, but Mondstadt feels more natural and foreboding and less foreboding. While Liyue's a lot, it's much more of a place to take in and less of a place that you really want to go in and to explore and see everything. It's like one of those things where it's like, because it's such a big place with so many like important places you're not supposed to go, it's like you really just want to stick to the major tourist spots and all that, and you can't really like explore. While in Mondstadt, it's more like free roam. You feel like, based around the Archon and how the whole city is built, it's you can go anywhere, which you can. There's only like 2 places I found that actually are like you can't enter. Well, there's a lot of places you can't enter, but there's 2 places I found that I feel like you should enter that you can't. But because we're talking to a guy in Liyue, I think taking the Liyue answer is better.
Indeed. The weight of 3,700 years' worth of history runs deepest in the true divinity of Liyue. Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels. Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here. Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connection.
Huh. What would Child get out of us doing the right...
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure.
I can agree with that.
These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow.
Well then, let us be off.
Okay, so we've
The
unlocked like an
first step in
actual
our
proper bank to
preparations
use.
shall be to obtain some prize Noctilucus jade worth...
I have Noctilucus Jade already. But yeah, it looks like I need some specific stuff. It's interesting that they use jade here as well. I mean, it makes sense now that I've said that out loud, but it's a good choice, given how spiritual jade is in Chinese culture, at least as far as I know. Because I've seen jade pendants and rings and necklaces that are supposed to break upon protecting the wearer from a supposedly fatal harm or something like that. And it's really cool. That's core lapis on that table, by the way, not Noctiluca's jade.
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? It's cheap and it's fun.
Betting? No.
Noctilucous Jade of Radiant.
Radiant grade Noctilucous Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't offer...
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
What do you think, Mr. Zhongli?
You want me to decide? If it were me, the answer would be...
Oh?
I'll take them all, boss.
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
I love Zhongling's outfit. I can't get over how beautiful that looks.
Oh, wait, boss. That one didn't count. Hey, if we only need 1 for the ritual, are we wasting 3 times the Mora if we buy them all?
Actually, 2 times more Mora.
Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I...
Huh?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora. All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
What?
He's talking about the economics.
Is this how the Well, he knows a lot about big money, but not...
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of evaluating the quality of Noctilucous Jade is indeed very tricky. As crude ore, there is little difference in texture, lustrousness, and internal pattern between good and bad jade. Only after the item made using Noctilucous Jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated.
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade. And a fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger, the patterns, the facade. These are all the finger. Noctilucous Jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. It is the moon. Noctilucous Jade of excellent quality would have superior pyroaffinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality. I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now...
Priceless, huh? Hyman's just said that we might never be able to... We're back to buy...
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell? That would... Well, how about this? I can take a small sample of all 3. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count...
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good.
All right. Take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged...
Aren't these too thin? Even even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thick.
Oh, you flatter me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. If I'd taken off even a bit more, it...
But wouldn't something this thin go poof?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions,
What sort of...
while we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way...
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out.
How about the kitchen at Xingling's place? Yeah, no, I don't know. This one's tricky. Dadupa Gorge is where I found my first rocks, if not, well, the most rocks of Dr. Lucas Jade. Or not Dr. Lucas Jade. But it doesn't have any heat sources that I'm aware of.
You mean at Wanmin Restaurant?
That would not do. It is a place where people come and go. They would be in danger.
Oh, Paimon remembers. We once saw this big pot down at the Dada Upa Gorge in the camp of the hilly tribes.
Oh,
from the Miyra
yes,
tribe.
yes. Okay,
Now,
I had that
pack
entirely
those
backwards.
samples up and
That makes more sense. I couldn't remember where Dadupa Gorge was at all, but now that Paimon has told me, I remember exactly where it was. Yeah, that makes sense. The only issue is he's labeled it. What makes us so sure that the labels won't come off? I guess if you did it one at a time and took note of the label, just in case the label washed off, you could then relabel it and know for sure which one is which. Instead of throwing them all in the pot and being like, oh, this one's the best of them all. That was easy enough. With a counter move, we can do as much damage as we could ever imagine. Wow, that animal slime came out of left field real fast. I know Amber said it's against the rules to use the animal slimes to glide higher, but I'm gonna do it just to save a little bit of time. I know sprinting is faster, but it saves me a bit of stamina. And it's faster than jogging.
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in
Has to be
Miyra.
Diluc.
It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
That's the pot! It looks like the hilly trolls are still using it. It's a bit polite, but we gotta cut the line.
Impolite? They weren't gonna let us use it to begin with. We'd have to kill them all anyway. Besides, why not do a little bit of pest control in the process? Oh, he's not dead yet. Now he is. I tried to jump in this earlier, I think, on stream. Or on an older stream.
There's still soup in the air. These hilly trolls sure have big appetites.
Shame to let it go to waste.
This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which. Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we... Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets...
So what? Do I just... Go, Guoba!
Whoa! That light came from the first Noctilucous Jade! Helen Charles are surrounding us again! Were they attracted by the light? Such naughty neighbors! Let's take care of her and continue again after.
Witness the power of the what? Rain outlines your face.
I decided all of and high leveled a lot of the characters I have equipped on this team. They're all at least 50 or higher, or can get to 50 or higher. Oh, I didn't get it up in time. Skill locking because of character switch is a little annoying.
Get them!
Go, Guoba!
That
Ooh!
looked like Noctilucous Jade, didn't it? More really, Charles. They don't give up, do they? Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food.
I would be too. Power that ever times on.
Jade, wasn't it? It was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
Here's the issue I'm having with this little experiment, though. Is he could just rig it so that we don't get the good high quality one if we ask for a certain one. No, I have to zoom in farther to get to the travel point. This map control thing is a little annoying because of this. Also, the Noctilupus shards in my inventory were the same as the ice fragments, the ice topaz fragments that you use for ascension. Oh, actually, they look more like the Hydro ones, but still.
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you...
The third.
Exactly. That's the one Paimon, remember?
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Then we'll take a box of the third type.
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious. What...
I suppose...
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them. This means that Rex Lapis really is... Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under his protection. It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights. Alas, alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis...
Are you sure you didn't want...
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
I'm sure Rex...
In the safe hands of the Liyue Qixing and good honest merchants such as yourself, I for one believe that Liyue will continue to prosper as it always had.
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my fortune.
Now that we've made our choice...
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do that, too. As I thought.
Any what?
Mora. My apologies. Another oversight on my part.
What a strange take of the value of money.
That will do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, wait. Didn't you... That's a relief. Have a look.
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't quite an...
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Yujing Terrace. That's where we plan to hold the...
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single Mora.
I will do my best. You have my thanks.
His voice is so awesome. I love the voice actor. I want to know who the voice actor for Zhang Ying was. I like Xingling and that dude are my two favorite characters so far because of the voice. I do believe I've stated in this in several video streams and stuff in the past, but I want to be a voice actor like that. I feel like I could do the role. I wouldn't fit the role perfectly, but I could do alright. That's what I personally think. I wouldn't be amazing, I wouldn't be bad, but I'd be decent. And that's not like a good selling point, but honestly, as someone who never really took into account my vocal capabilities until just recently and didn't grow on those, I don't really think I would be as good as if I had realized what I had beforehand and grew off of it from there. I've been working on them subtly as I go, but it's kind of like not made as much of a difference as you'd think. So we were accused for the assassination, and the fact that we can just waltz right up back in here is a little strange.
May the Lord of Geo protect you, and fortune find you.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of Nakaluptis jade.
I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the imp... Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing the rite of...
Yes. I have already rented this location, and have begun making preparations for the rite. That's right. The Liyue Qixing have acquiesced to using the same location.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? Although with that said, since we got back from Dwayne Karst, none of those pesky Millelith soldiers have come chasing after. Also,
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli. So, was this...
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here.
Seems a bit too easygoing.
These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their trouble. Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House.
Golden House?
The only mint in Liyue. which is to say the only mint into that. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about any... But why do you know this, Mr. Zhongli?
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available. Perhaps each has their motives. But this is the capital of commerce. A little exploitation once in a while is not unacceptable. In Liyue, where the god of contracts reigns, only contracts may not be betrayed. I, for one, have no issue with little maneuvers outside their remit. Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in...
Perfumes? Where'll we get those?
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly decocted. The quality of the silk flowers we require is also special. Silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however, is most elegant, and is especially suited for solemn events, like giving off...
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on hot...
We shall not speak of the details right now. Follow me. We shall go to the merchants to purchase our ingredients.
He seems all too happy to pass on his traditions, and that's quite enjoyable from him. He just wants the people to know the process in which to preserve the ones in which we worship or praise, whatever it may be. The rites of passing, as he calls them. And I can appreciate that.
Give me that transfer.
Oh, below. This guy again.
Hey, boss, do you sell silk...
Silk flowers?
Which kind?
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming...
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each...
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the... You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute. I'm sorry. Ah, yes. We've met before, haven't we? Sorry, traveler. I shouldn't have spoken to you in that tone. Now then, please peruse at your leisure. Do let...
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat. Nevertheless, just look at the abundant foliage here, and these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is an evergreen, and mostly grows under complex hydrologic... By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Morphologically, it is distinguished by the profusion of petals and densely packed stamens, though its powerful scent gives it away just as easily. Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet enduring scent. It was first discovered by the ancients when they scaled the mountains in search of the Adepta. Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to geographical changes over Liyue's history. Most are not grown by horticulturalists.
Wow! A true connoisseur. Most of that was news even to me.
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
What's so impressive about that?
Mr. Zhongli,
I'll take them all, boss.
Again?
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer has the most melodious voice. The same, but this silk flower purchase is not an analogous case. Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a statue of the Seven. Rex Lapis will then make his own choice between the scents. Like several other tedious and complicated traditions, this one has become simplified over time. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the 7 in 3,700 years. As such, I do think we should honor tradition down to the last detail in this case. Now that's settled, a question.
You forgot to bring money again? Zhongli.
By this point, I'd be more surprised if he
If I
did
may
remember.
interject, did I hear you say that?
Yes,
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? I heard the awful news about what happened at the... It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. I'm worried. Since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord...
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if not for Rex Lapis. If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd only be worth a fraction of what I can sell them for today.
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity making cameo appearances in support of local businesses.
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I say that your generosity had...
Our skins? You were the one who forgot to bring money.
Please, it's the...
So they're building the lore around
yeah,
Liyue.
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, none of my...
Talk about first world problems.
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city.
So this time we get to go around town looking for nice-smelling ladies?
I will wait for you near the Statue of the Seven.
Maybe we can find some good players at the adventurers guild. Let's ask Lan. She's master of the Liyue branch, right?
The one thing I dislike, talking to a bunch of people. Not in the game, just in every day. I don't mind talking to people in the game, though I usually don't, like, just run around and talk to as many people as I can. Sometimes you can get items, and sometimes I've gotten, like, one item I haven't been able to find so far. I think it was, oh, I forget what it was. Oh, the electrolyte crystals. I haven't been able to break any of those rocks that are any of the lightning rocks yet, for some reason. And I've waylaid on them for a while before. And I got 10 electrolyte crystals from one person at one point, and it's pretty hard to get for some reason. Lan.
Lan!
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry, YouTube.
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a...
Do I look like the kind of girl who wears perfume to you?
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing, so...
Now that you mention it, yes, they're... Oh, it must be from the Genshin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot to...
Aha! The truth is out.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume, try talking to Chi-Ming.
The fortune teller, right? Thanks, Lan.
I haven't been able to talk to Lan yet. She hasn't had much to say. That's awesome.
Anbung's iron. Here to serve.
Oh, I remember this lady. Oh no, this isn't the same person.
Hello.
We've come to ask you a question.
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how to make... That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for the source.
That's the worst thing Paimon...
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
Yanger? Oh, as incentives...
Yes, that's her. Many a rich family's daughter has gotten her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything you'll find on...
Great! This is just the...
A rich family. I have a bad feeling that I'm about to need 2 million or some more. I have like... What do I have in case of more? It doesn't say that. I have 53,000 more. I had 208,000 last night, but I spent it all on upgrades.
Well, hello. You found me at...
What? How did...
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town. Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the old...
Snooping around?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word. Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like? 3 in one go. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Is that the best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need
Zhongli was right.
I didn't look at the answers, actually. I pushed X on accident.
As one of my favorite poems goes, O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy sturdiest wood shall wither.
That went over Paimon's head.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on... So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume?
I want to say Daduba Gorge again. Well, you know, once again, the Zhonglin option is on the table, and it's a good one. But there are too many people roaming through Zhongling's place. So, while the sweet smells would get her more attraction, it would offset the food smells. But there are a whole bunch of hilichurls at Daduba Gorge. And considering the fact there's an exclamation mark, as if the character didn't even skip a beat, I'm wondering. I'm gonna take the second option.
You mean Wan Min Restaurant?
Ah, ha, ha. That's what I figured.
I've had a word with Chef Mao. Are you ready to please me?
What did you say?
Yeah, please, be a little more specific.
Make me proud while I'm setting up.
She's she's a little kind of something about her. Just there's a book here. Whoever was writing the story and including her in it is having a blast.
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to extract... Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully. You need to keep your wrist firm. Now, use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out.
It just keeps getting worse.
Ooh. Now take these. Don't forget to do all 3. They look visually identical during the essence extraction process, but I will put them into separate...
I want to be the story writer. I would have had just as much fun as they did writing these lines for her, because that is amazing. One, 2, 3. Well, I want to talk to Mao. Oh, I talked to the one mid-restaurant poster. I wonder if Zhongling actually works
Wow, this is some
here. If I can get, I meant like for her to work here, Medix.
On to the next
Run across
stage,
her.
the most important. The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has... You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature... So please, focus on controlling. Don't waste a drop of that essence now. All 3 perfumes are ready, and you a testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays.
Oh, okay. This is good. I could choose to avoid or to woo. The woo probably won't work. But she did say to think of her the whole time.
You actually remembered my throwaway comment.
Yeah, I would say.
You know, you're cuter than people give you credit for. If I didn't have my guard up, I can see how easily one could be taken. Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent?
Paimon wants to hear
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. The second one is for those with more refined tastes. The first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with anything. I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go overboard.
Also, that line was good.
Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime.
So the third one
3 perfumes over to the statue
would
of
be the
Seven.
good one.
Mr. Zhongli's probably been waiting a while.
A more mellow, mist-like, lingering scent almost fits too perfectly in my mind. Matt, please. But considering that Xiangling wants, I would assume that we're just gonna like place all 3 of them around the Exuvia, and because in the olden times when they're figuring out the best scents for what, they just have Rex Lapis test them all and you choose the best. So that if that is what we're gonna do, that fits way too well. Well, not way too well, but it fits perfectly.
We've brought the perfumes, but did we take too long? You were just...
Oh, you're back. Don't worry, I haven't waited long. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief...
Well, how can a
The
person
ominous
compete with
music
a
makes me
statue?
a little worried.
That is true. Well,
3 sets, and now...
thank you both. Let us offer them up.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that this is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of the third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies.
The third one.
Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies love. Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually...
Perhaps. Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame. We only got to... Let's hope that...
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
What ulterior motives did
So,
Shield...
we finished another step in our preparations.
Next, I would like the 2 of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
Cleansing bell.
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives near Yujing Terrace.
That's a while
If
away.
you-
Sure, but aren't you going to come with...
Ah, I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person.
Man, why's he gotta be so secretive this time?
Something is strange. Oh, wait. Okay, no, I don't... I guess it wasn't quite where I thought it was. Oh, I ran past it. Okay.
All things must change. It's nothing. It's nothing. I just thought it a great...
What happened to...
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies can read human hearts. If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, they would also bloom joyfully. But if they heard too much wild gossip or slander, they would quickly wither away.
So that means these flowers feel what's happening in Lilith?
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. They are. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that which lies in the deep is breaking free. This harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. One spark, and the fire will consume us all.
That sounds like most of the world, though.
Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you have something to say, youngster? Borrow something? Oh, you've come to borrow the cleansing bell, yes? Apart from that, I don't have... But it was not originally mine, either. That I was a vain beauty when I was young, and I would pester him for that bell all that he could not dissuade me. And so he gave it to me. But he said that if someone should come to borrow it, I must not be loath to give it away. It has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a long time since anyone has come to borrow. Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
We can look for it ourselves.
Right, Granny. We'll follow you back home and search, and, we can help with...
All right, children. There is no need to worry.
Do you live near here, Granny?
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My entire household is in here.
Huh?
How does that work?
The bell is all you own?
Hey, that's... And even if it was like that, it must be...
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot, and...
This Granny's so weird. What does she mean her whole household is in here?
Woo! It's a domain. I see. Interesting. Or this was a trap and I was just captured. I'm voting on the domain and a really neat, like, genie after effect. A spooter.
Huh? Where are we? What just happened?
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot?
So I was right, she does live in a teapot.
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you children. Please help an old lady clean up.
Sure thing. After all, Paimon did promise we'd help. Go, Globa! Okay, I almost got launched off the edge because I got knocked out of my charge attack. I like how each domain changes depending on the area it's in. Sorry to spoil that, but I have been through to some other domains that I do believe help.
The cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since
Uh-oh.
Granny last left this place?
That little pew noise I just heard sounded, it reminded me of the old Dragon Ball Z game. Not like the PS2, I think it was, where you could actually fly around all of Namek and Earth. I forget what it was called. It's been a long time.
You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing bell, do you think this old Granny could also be an Adeptus?
I wouldn't be surprised.
More and more convinced that she's an Adeptus. But don't they all live in Killian Karst? Why would she stay in the city?
Well, from the looks of it, the Adeptus are pretty much immortal. It does so much damage, I love it so much. Power that ever climbs on. That's a new move. You guys have never used that one before. That's right, you guys are immune to that one.
Rain outlines your fate. Time to act.
Prepare to be blown away!
Go, Globa. I also learned that the name of the bear isn't Poba, it's Globa. G-U-O-B-A. Quite an interesting name.
How many levels does this teapot have? It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
The bell!
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet.
I'm assuming this is the exit?
Now, let me see. How did this opening work again? Oh dear. All right, that'll do. Come on out now, children.
Huh. I just watched something interesting happen on the stream. There's a little red square on the bottom right that turned into a checkered pattern on the background screen during the loading. That was interesting. Let's go. Move it along now.
Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are an adeptus. Oh, I haven't heard anyone say those words in earnest for a long... As to whether I am one or not, child. Surely you already understand.
Hyman kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless adepts. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matter. To cry, "Catch the murderer," at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is what is wrong-headed. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell? Oh? Well, if it came to that, they would find a certain old lady knocking at their door. We haven't met in a while anyway. It would be nice to share a drink and chat. Well, you must have things to do, since you... Oh, and do tell the person that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
We will.
It's bigger on the inside. I like that achievement. Wait. The map broke. Alright, so I actually need to go back up this way.
Indeed, this is the cleansing bell. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside.
What? Oh.
An adeptus.
That's suspicious. But if you don't want... Oh, yes, that old granny, if you have...
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparation?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites.
I already know where this is.
Kite flying?
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals.
That explains why Zhongli is so much taller than Lilia is, because he's actually supposed to be like in his mid... I'm assuming they're kind of portray him as in like his mid-40s.
I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
Oh!
And I'd assume that the traveler is around 18. 16 to 18. As that's like the main like age area for most main characters or games. Except unless you take into account stuff like Metal Gear, where in Metal Gear 4 Snake is like in his 50s. Oh no, actually he's supposed to be suffering from an accelerated aging disease, so he's in like his mid-20s. But still.
Ah, sir, you're here. The 7 kites you asked for have been made to order.
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days, we used to get orders from people of all walks of life. Well, this is Mr. Zhongli. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him.
Fashion, economics, jewelry, and jade pottery.
He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well. But he likes...
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy watching the children at play as much as anyone else. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo Archon. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter. These patterns are ancient, and you can also find them in the Golden House. Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro Archon. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. All this on a single kite. Truly astonishing. Justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame, as does that which the Cryo Archon once... Yes, these details are...
The compliments of a learned man truly are pleasant.
Well then, Granny Shen, I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
As for the payment, he
well,
says.
Allow me.
Ah, thank you, child.
Hey, it's Child!
No, I was merely passing. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor... He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him. Or perhaps, you could say that he cannot imagine himself
How has he not died of hunger?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased our kites without incident, There's no need to take a break before the rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials.
We should... Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
A huge bag of Mora. I wonder how big it could be. Tick.
Oh, help? Sure. I, Tick, always put in 100% effort into everything I do. Of course, there'll be a premium if you want me to give 110%. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at Yujing Terrace. They aren't uncommon objects, so I didn't make any special preparation.
No problem. That'll be 20,000.
Done.
We have 50,000 more on hand. He said 3,000. Huh. I want to... Let's drop it to 1,800.
Let me think. Deal. This price is reasonable.
Yeah, I was saying. 20,000 for that is a little high for what we asked for. And I didn't want to split the difference to 15,000 because I feel like the appropriate range was between 18 and 17, or 18 and 16. So I split it, or I topped it out at 1,800 because we have a bit of the money to spare. I'll be a little more, I won't be quite as frugal next time because that dude's mood was high. I probably could have gotten a lower number, so I'll have to pay attention to the person's mood when changing the number prices. So there is haggling in this, and that's a nice little addition. Here's Tack. So we had Tick and Tack.
A full day of odd jobs at Yujing Terrace.
Whoa, that's expensive. Could you give us a bit of...
Hero of Mondstadt?
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless.
Let's see. He's in an alright mood. He's not quite in as good a mood as last. My minimum is 7,000. 25,000 is a bit much. Let's see. What would be a good price? Per day, given the occasion and how long it might take to set up, the amount of stuff he'd have to build. 2,300 would be an 2,200 would be the lowest he probably would take. And he would want somewhere around 23,000. Let's go 2,250. Or 22,500.
Hey, that's a good price. Anyone would work for this much, Mora.
Yeah. How much do I have left? That worries me, because 22, so we hit 20, no, I got it down to 18, then 22. I had 50,000. I have like 8,000 left. I should have been paying more attention.
Hiring help? Sure. But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventuring commissions, but I...
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few
That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve...
A most fair price.
This is all you've got? Then no can do. Child? No. He's putting up the money? Still, no. Wouldn't that mean that I have to make 2 trips how about this? Let's make a trade. Get me a piece of iron ore.
Guess we've got no choice.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured was going to happen.
Let me tell you.
Alright, I should have iron, but it doesn't matter because it should be easy to find. If we go all the way up here to... Where's the place I usually get all my iron and stuff from? I think it's... We could just go up to Devalin's place. Because there's so many... I could also get some crystals and white iron while I'm here. I figured that was going to happen. I was too frugal about it, and I only had 50,000, 20... So I spent 18,000, then 22,000. I managed to save like 4,000 upon each. But it was enough. I was thinking a little... wasn't being restrictive. I wasn't trying to screw anyone out of money, and I wasn't trying to offer the top. I was thinking about saying around 1,900 for the construction guy, but given the event, it's not quite right. I should have offered less to the guy collecting the materials, because it would have made the most sense. 18,000 for the materials we needed is, I guess, alright. I probably should have gone for around 15,000. It'd have been more fitting, in my opinion. And then for the builder guy, I guess 2,100 to 20,000 would have been good. Or would have been the best, actually. And that would have given us... That would have been made it so I could offer 10,000, I think. If my math is right there. 10,000 would have been what I bet could have given the other guy. Probably could have just like walked out of Leeway Harbor and found one, but I wanted to come down here so that I could find crystals as well, so I can get the buy my next or forge my next weapon. Let's look around a little bit more, because I only needed 3 crystals. And I just got one, so I really only need 2 more, and if I find 1 crystal deposit, I might get lucky and get both. And since we'll be in Leeway Harbor, I could just use the blacksmith there. Let's see. I'm trying to think of ways I could have saved money there. Given the 2 people's mood, I probably could have saved more than I'm thinking. Because I'm trying to think of this in a more reasonable standpoint, or of like what the common person would offer. I'm not doing it in like a full-on business sense, because obviously I don't run any business, and I'm not. Yeah, I don't have that much money to even have to worry about, like, offering for something, obviously. But, it's like, I still feel like I could have saved a little bit more than I did. Not a little bit more, I probably could have saved a shitload more than I did. I only need yet but a crystal. Or 2. Searching near the tower is generally the best bet. Actually, there should be someone over here, some of them over here under this rock pillar, or bridge, up against this rock, if I remember correctly. I know there was one on a pedestal or under a rock near and around a pedestal somewhere, and it was like 3 or 4 deposits, but I can't remember where here it was. These rocks look breakable, because they are. Those ones actually blended into the mountainside, unlike most of the ones that you can break. If it weren't for the slightly roundish and breakable texture of them, I probably wouldn't have discerned them. Water slime. Oh, there's a little underpath here. There's some electrolyte. This stuff is almost impossible to break, so I'm not even gonna make an attempt at it. I don't want to take 20 minutes off stream or on stream to try and break a damn rock. Oh, I still only need one more. Damn it, I was hoping that one would give me 2. Ah, here we go. This one should probably give me 2. Nope, alright, but that's fine. That's all I needed. Oh, actually, there's another crystal deposit here I should just gather while I'm here. Alright, enough procrastinating. I wish you could move across the map faster. Zooming in, zooming out, moving across the map faster, and being able to zoom the map out farther would be nice. There's some changes that they could make that would make the game run smoother and feel a little nicer. Like these loading screens I wish weren't as long, though I have had some loading screens that went really quickly and then the map textures and stuff hadn't loaded fully in and all the NPCs hadn't spawned when I actually started moving. So sometimes it's better for the loading screen, in my opinion, to take longer than it should, as opposed to being done really quickly. But, you know, I don't mind, because it's a loading screen, and loading screens are loading screens. So I had to go to talk to Tic Tac and Toe.
Have you brought the goods? This is good ore. As an adventurer, one must have a trust. This'll work. Once I've finished, I will go and claim my payment.
I wanted to see if that bag of money got actually taken from my inventory, because it'd be strange if it didn't. Yes it did. It does look like it did. It would appear it did. I have an ancient faint wish. I guess we can take one whack at it. I've been kind of blowing primo gems a little bit on upgrades, and I got a character on the draw of a single. It's Noelle again. That's fine. It gives me the ability to upgrade a constellation 1 level at least. While Sweeping Time and Breastplate are both in effect, the chance of Breastplate's healing effects activating is increased to 100%. Ooh, that's nice.
A toast to our success.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way!
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
What info do you need?
Paimon!
Does that mean you know what he's after?
You're forgetting what happened in Iceland.
You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy. The fight is... everything...
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now.
I probably could have asked what information you wanted and then said no afterwards. But given what we know so far about the Fatui, I didn't want to take a risk of me getting a whole shitload of cash, Paimon just giving him the information, and me not being able to say no. Child isn't a bad guy so far, but I don't want to take that overwhelming risk. Because Paimon likes to run her mouth. She likes to run her mouth without thinking.
The reception is deserted. And it's... Hello?
Welcome to Boo Boo.
Huh? Did you hear that?
The reception, it seems.
How about...
They're just laying below the table. Who is it, though? Oh.
So many medicines. But
That's not the head.
Oh, there you are. But you can't even reach the counter.
Paimon, if we're going to talk about height,
Joke's on you. Paimon floats. Anyway, there's something weird about this one over here. It can't be.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now,
Something like this would be
Hello, little girl. Do you sell...
Excuse me, sir.
Surely no prescription is needed to purchase everlasting incense. It's not a controlled substance.
Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are Chi-Chi's orders from Chi-Chi.
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie issues her own orders to herself. My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we...
Okay then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you.
Since when do customers need to do favors for customer service staff?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way everybody wins. Sometimes in Liyue, the art of the deal is simply about victory via mental gymnastics.
Go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong Ballista, and hunt a cocoa goat. Please and thank you.
Guizhong Ballista. It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Tianheng by an adeptus in the distant past. Located in Tianheng Pass, it was designed to automatically fire at large monsters, protecting Liyue from external threats.
Mr. Zhongli really...
Apparently not quite. This is the first I have ever heard of the cocoa goat.
The cocoa goat is a legend.
Did you want to add anything else, or...?
No, just that the cocoa goat is a legendary animal. And what it looks like, don't know. Where to find it, don't know either. Where it came from, also don't know.
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the Guizhong Ballista. Perhaps we will find...
What the heck is...
This is a wild goose chase. It's in disrepair.
It's huge! Paimon can totally believe it took an Adeptus to build this. But how do you operate this thing? Just think how much strength you would need.
It is currently inoperable in any case. This device is broken.
Aw, what? It broke?
After millennia of wear and tear, even Adepti contraptions are difficult to maintain.
So what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhongli, use your unlimited high society...
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite whose only utility lies in providing quaint pieces of trivia on demand. That said, let me think for a moment. Ah, yes. Spare parts were made for the Guizhong Ballista when it was first built, in case it was damaged in battle. As I recall, there is a military supply post from that period somewhere inside the pass. If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored, we may be able to repair the Guizhong Ballista. One just needs to understand the basic working principles of the device.
So, what you're saying is...
I have a smattering of knowledge on the topic. With the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with it.
Where is that supply post? Here, posty, posty, posty.
Where'd he go? Oh, there's more parts I have to find. That makes sense. It's gotta be past the Hill of Churls there, though. Ah, my wing glider didn't open because I was out of stamina. She just kind of sat there in the nook of that rock, though. After she died. Ow. I just kind of like launched that dude off the ledge. Oh, so I did do something right. I was supposed to repair the ballista. So I'm confused now. I only found one stack of parts in there. Oh, why did she jump off the cliff? I did not tell her to do that. Really? I can't get over that little itty lip. In a designated container, eh? That actually said probably where it was, but I didn't read all of it. I'm gonna look at it again. Place to go to knee. Wait. I don't know. You just said they're in designated containers. The issue is I don't know where those are. Are they back there? No, because it's got to be inside that circle. Yeah, it's definitely not back there. Ugh. This is dumb. Because I can't interact with any of these boxes. And telling me, oh, it's located in designated boxes doesn't help me with fucking shit. Wait, there's an icon that popped up there. Alright. That didn't pop up last time I ran up to this thing.
Ah. These parts... One moment. I will try to repair the device. It is done. The Guizhong ballista is more intricately designed than I thought.
Ooh! Now how do we turn it on?
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look.
Over here we have... nothing. And...
Hey! Just what do you think? So you fixed up this turret because...
Not a turret. A Guizhong ballista. Also...
Are you blind or something? You're looking at the leader. This area is supposed to be chock full of hidden treasures, but you can't get anywhere near them with this thing keeping watch. It might look like any other mechanical device, but trust me, it's got a mind of its own. Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly skewered one of our guards. A few of us risked our lives to disarm it, which amazingly we managed. And then we turn our backs for 2 seconds, and you've already... The next thing you'll be repairing is your face.
Tut tut. Vandalizing the legacy of an adeptus for selfish gain. It is not we who need reprimanding.
Ooh, do I get to play with Zhongli a little? Aw.
You're open.
Eyes on me!
got a really good team loadout here. Oh, he respawned. Oh no, this guy's different. Come here.
Fry! I got you. I picked the wrong test subject. Real big.
Maybe it's just because her counter move reimburses so much of her elemental charge that it's surprising.
Troubling ourselves over this rabble is not worth the time. We should...
Oh, yeah, that! So we've got the Guizhong ballista working.
A search using the Guizhong ballista revealed no significant life forms near... What's more, a contraption built using Adeptus technology should have no trouble detecting an Adeptabeast.
Which means... Paimon wouldn't go that far. We did some...
We won't solve anything while standing here and racking our brains. Let's return to Boo Boo Pharmacy. Explain that we could not find a Coco Goat.
Good idea. We did our best, and...
I can at least revive the Traveler. As I did kind of kill her, even though that was all the fault of my stamina bar depleting, despite the fact that I had already jumped and my sprint should have ended. Because usually on jump, or sometimes on jump, like especially when you're jumping off ledges, your sprint will just auto cancel, and it didn't that time for whatever reason. She's out in front of the counter this time.
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract.
What a disappointment.
Aw, poor Chi-Chi. Why does Paimon feel so guilty all of a sudden?
Cocoa goat milk is tasty. So tasty. Much better than normal goat milk. I'm sorry. I have a poor memory. I cannot remember the name. Here.
Huh?
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed to what appeared to be an equitable agreement with this zombie child, when perhaps...
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know. As the Liyue proverb goes, all things are random, and, so how are you?
Excuse me, everyone.
Oh, sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering this poor kiddo's world to you.
Oh,
No. Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
Someone learnt a valuable life lesson today.
He's got a
then.
snake around his neck.
Thank you
I
all
can
for looking after my
appreciate
little
that.
Chi-Chi.
Might I ask who?
Ah, how rude of me. I'm Baiju, boss of the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears... Oh, what a sorry state of affairs. This little mascot is even more of a simpleton than Chi-Chi. Ah! The snake is speaking!
Nothing in Leeway surprises me anymore.
I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the medicine cabinet, for I am a living, breathing serpent.
Don't mind Chung Sheng. She's a good girl, really. As for you three, communal chaos causing with Chi-Chi aside, what business
do you sell everlasting
incense?
Whew, at last.
3 million more. Top quality. Guaranteed.
Just might as well just grow up in the Golden
The
House.
chasing have taken it over for now. Security will be tighter than...
3 million. An innocuous number in and of itself. Though practically speaking, it could be a hard sum.
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much more. And as for Mr. Zhongli, he's around 3 million short.
This is correct.
What are we gonna do?
Coco Goat! Coco Goat! My sides hurt.
Hey, let's laugh.
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in a long time. In return, I'm more than happy to sort out this mess you've managed to... Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Child, one of the Fatui Harbingers. Forgive my audacity, but I see a great many opportunities for us to... If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable supply of, say, coconut milk, the
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with seductive deals, but so much but
coconut milk. Baiju.
Ah, yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, child. I look forward to a successful collaboration.
That's like 0 difference from 3...
2,990,000. Also, well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
So we shaved 10,000 off, and that was it.
That lot is an absolute riot. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I laughed so hard. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well, well, well. Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. What else would they be hiding in the Golden House? I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old Liu saying goes, the walls have ears.
So I was right not to tell him. He had no choice but to find it out for himself this time. I had my suspicions.
Well, as it stands, we've hired helpers, and we've acquired the everlasting incense.
Ooh, finally!
Well, traveler, have you gained anything from our odd? Which is it, I wonder? The questions that such travels raise are ever so complicated. Well, I'll leave you to ruminate over it yourself. As to remuneration for your help, to treat you to a meal.
Zhongli treating.
Oh, yes, don't worry. Tonight I shall take you both to an old hole-in-the-wall, praised throughout Liu.
Hole in the wall? As...
Indeed. Let us meet near the harbor. At third round...
Third round knockout, eh? Well, it's between 1800 and 2300 currently. I like these quests that actually have an interaction where you have to sit down.
There's no need to order. I've already done so. Third round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. Here, the owner does not take such unorthodox orders as fruit juice. I ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you, if that counts.
If it is to your liking, dear customers, I shall continue.
Hey, there's even a store.
Besides fine wine, the excellent ambiance is the reason why this place is so well loved. But when I say ambiance, I refer to a different sort from the one the Tevat travel guide uses to judge.
As you all know, high above the land, what does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? This, my friends, Lady Ningguang's... Imagine, the weather is clear, and you gaze down from the deck on the... Behold! The glorious sights of Liyue Harbor, stretching out far and wide.
Ominous! They're showing us someone standing amidst the rocks, high above all of the UA.
They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her jade chamber, with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted 3 to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information? Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it.
Interesting.
These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such is their value. Merely grasping 1 or 2 of them will surely gift you a fragment of her wisdom, enough to stay a step or 2 ahead of your peers.
Tianquan Ningguang. Feels like we're hearing this name a lot. Liyue locals talk about her. The Fatui hate her. She's most likely the one who hid the Exuvia, and we saw her at the rite of dissension. Huh.
At last I have found you. You who returned from Jueyun Karst.
Who's there?
No. Hold on. We'll continue in a second. I have to plug my phone in before it dies. So that's the girl we saw standing on the rocks. It has to be. That's the only thing that would make sense.
Wait. I am not with the Millelith. Nor am I... However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Qixing. My name is Ganyu, secretary at the Yue High Pavilion. Well, in concrete terms, I am the corporate secretary for the Qixing. At the moment, I am serving as Lady Ningguang's special emissary.
Ningguang sent you? We were literally just...
My apologies, you who have returned from Jueyun Karst. I am duty-bound and cannot extend my courtesy to you in full. But I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She extends a formal... She invites you to her palace in the sky.
An official invitation?
Lady Ningguang said this. Invite her to come here. I wish to meet her at the Jade Chamber. Together we shall snip every one of these entwining dark threads.
Alright. I hope this isn't a trap, because that would be dumb. By now, she would have already put together that we aren't the ones who did it.
But we've received an invitation from the Liyue Chising. Paimon still can't believe we'll be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count. We should be on our best manners.
Paimon is up to something again.
An invitation to visit the Jade Chamber is a rare honor indeed. You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting. Once you've finished at the Jade Chamber...
Don't worry, we won't forget. Dihua Marsh.
Something doesn't seem quite right about this. There's a side quest that's unlocked for me. That's fine. We will get to it later. Actually, I might be level locked from progressing. Where do I go? It doesn't tell me where I need to go. I'd assume it's the big ass building up there.
Thank you so very much.
Oh no, maybe this is it. Made the Archon quest now. That's strange. Maybe I reached a limiting point in the story? I don't know. We're gonna head up here and see if I can't figure this out while we're at it. Hold on, let me fix something real quick. Thank you. Alright, moving on. It's strange. It doesn't show me a quest in my quest log, and we're supposed to meet her at the Jade Palace in the Sky, which is a secret I wasn't willing to divulge because it contained stuff for what I believed was a quest that I hadn't even gotten yet. But I do believe that they actually mean this place up here. Yeah, because it looks like the thing they were describing. No, this would be the Golden House, I think.
While the Millilith stands guard, evil.
I think this is the Golden House. Can't enter. Alright, so this isn't it. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Because it broke. I think it broke. Yeah, let's back out to the main menu and load back in and see if that changes anything. Because I think it broke. Which, if the game did break, I'm going to be upset. Because that's really annoying. Because if I fall behind the rest of the world because my game save just stopped working properly, I'm going to be absolutely pissed. Alright. Nothing changed. That's annoying as hell. I got no info. Jade Palace in the sky. I came up here, there's nothing. There's literally no way for me to know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. This is bullshit. I don't even get, like, info on what the fuck I'm supposed to be looking for. And this doesn't show them in the order, I think. Alright, they should... I don't understand this. This is dumb. My save better not have fucking broke. Because that's absolutely unacceptable if my save broke.
Bang! And with that, the fate of the
Because I would have thought that they'd at least ironed out any of the fucking bugs that would have caused this. I don't know, but I'm actually straight up furious that my save probably just broke. I don't even know where the fuck this Jade Palace they want me to find is. He wanted me to meet him in the marsh. Yeah, the Dihua Marsh. I guess I could look for him. That's the only thing I can think of that I can do. They didn't give me enough information on where the fuck this palace is supposed to be. Jade Palace in the sky is all the storyteller did, and the chick who I was talking to on the roof there didn't even tell me where the fuck I'm supposed to look. I'm legitimately steamed. And I'm too far in the game to just say, I'll start a new save on another account and get the game and start over. I'm way too far in at this point to do that.
All your travel essentials right here.
Let's see, I'm gonna go back to people and see if I can talk to anyone in Leeway and see if they can give me any fucking info on this. Because if my save broke and I can't progress any farther, I'm gonna be absolutely fucking furious. Because I haven't done anything that I can think of that would have given me any sort of error that would have stopped me from progressing through the game. And every time I've ever completed an Archon quest, another one has appeared in my fucking list right after it. And considering I reached the point where people in the Liyue have given me more side quests, I should have a whole new story quest and another Archon quest appear in my story, or my quest book, but it's not there. I don't know, let's fucking look in here, see if there's maybe anything at all. No. Why would there be? What a bitch. This is dumb.
Where has Master gone this time? I don't know, let's test these houses, see if anything happens. This is dumb as fuck.
What if Master finds out?
I literally had no fucking idea. That's definitely supposed to be the golden house. Then where the fuck am I supposed to go? And I can't ask anybody about information of where the fuck I'm supposed to go. This is absolutely fucking retarded.
food in town.
I have fucking no idea where I'm supposed to go here. I'm officially convinced that my save broke for no reason. And I'm on the verge of fucking breaking something. Because this is ridiculous. This is absolutely unacceptable that something like this happened. I would have thought that being the big company they are making games like this, they would have ironed out any bug that would have broke my game indefinitely like this. I don't know, I'll do some exploring off camera. I don't know. I don't even want to end the stream yet because I haven't even been going for very long. This is dumb. I could do some side quests, I guess, but this is fucking retarded. I don't know, hold on, because the Traveler has an actual stories tab. If we go down to our profile and then hit triangle. Ugh, this doesn't help me. I was hoping that that little voiceover would have given me any info, but it didn't fucking help at all. And there's no, like, no tab I can go to that will reveal to me the story or the... And this is utterly unusable. And that broke just now. Nothing's working in here. Just a minute ago I could actually scroll through this and select them, and it's not working now. No, it's not working. I'm now running into a whole fucking list of bugs that need to be fixed on the double. So far, I've been having an absolute blast of this game, and I don't want to stop playing it. But with this factor right here, where stuff's no longer working and I can't play the game properly, I'm gonna have no choice but to stop playing it. This is fucking ridiculous. I don't get the Archon quest I needed to continue. I don't even get a fucking hint on where I'm supposed to go. Jade Palace is all I've gotten, and all I've been told, and that she's... I haven't even gotten anything on the actual chick I'm supposed to be looking for anyway. Just something about some fucking Jade Palace in the sky. The only thing I can think of is somewhere here in the sky is that. That looks like a castle up there. How the fuck am I supposed to get to that? Like, what the fuck do you expect me to do? This is ridiculous. Because if we come all the way over here, that thing I just pointed out in the sky is much more viewable, and it looks like a legitimate palace floating on a rock in the sky. But that's it. That's the only thing I've got, and that is far, far outside the boundaries of the area I can even go. And it might not even be part of the map. It's probably just something floating in the fucking sky, pinned to the character's camera. And I didn't want to divulge this secret because, like I've said before, I like people to discover shit on their own. But this is a fucking floating thing I found a long time ago. Sorry, I'm gonna reject you for now. I have shit to figure out. And they're 25, so they definitely don't know what they're supposed to be doing next, because this quest I just did doesn't even unlock until level 29. Let's see if I can find the castle. Yeah, it looks like a legitimate castle in the sky, but that's way outside my boundary. Because if you look at the map here, I'm running right along the edge of the boundary already. That would put this way the fuck out here. Like, I don't even know how far out I can get. Right there. It would put it outside this, probably. It would probably be, like, right here. I don't know. Let's look through the fucking books I have in my backpack. Maybe something will give me a hint there. There's no one else that I know of that's as far as as far as I am, so I can't even ask anyone for help. Hags and Hound, Duty of the Avenger, Heart of the Clear Springs, Moonlit Bamboo. None of this is what I need. Yep. I got a letter from what's her name, supposedly, an invitation letter, but it's not here in my inventory. Like, I know this item is supposed to turn into a side quest, but I haven't gotten the side quest to turn it in, so it's broken. Letter from the Abyss Order. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, legitimately. And I know you can't actually see what any of this actually says, what the book, any of the notes or shit actually says, but until you push X. But there's no point in me doing it on stream, because it's going to take me 4 or 5 hours to go through all of that. And I've read through a couple of them, but it's ridiculous that the fact that if it's that way, that I have to read through something to unlock the quest. It's ridiculous that you designed it for me to have to read a specific book that I have to find it God knows fucking where to progress through the game. It'd be absolutely retarded. And if that is the case, you need to fucking fix it. That is dumb. It better not damn well be that way, because if it is, that is unspeakably dumb. There's no way to even know what this fucking Jade castle or whatever the fuck it is in the sky is supposed to be. I don't get any hints, I don't get any fucking knowledge of where I'm supposed to go. The guy who was storytelling didn't even tell me that much. I don't know. I'm gonna end it here for today, guys. I'm gonna look back to the stream and see if there's anything else I could find. If there is, I might set up another stream and continue on. If not, I don't fucking know. I'm gonna go on and see if I can get help from anybody who's farther in the game. And there aren't, as far as I know, there aren't many people who are farther in the game than I am. Because I've kept up damn well, and I'm pretty sure I'm one of the farthest progressed people in the world. There's only like a few people I've ever seen that are farther than I am. And that's rare and far between. But I'm gonna go and see if I can't figure it out myself. I'll see if I can find someone who can help me. There's only 5 people I've seen that are actually a higher level than I am, and they're at level 30. At least on the US servers. I've searched all across the US servers, and I have not seen anyone higher than me. Or that much higher than me. So I'm like pretty high up there with people in terms of progression of the story. So there's no way that I'm missing something like extraordinarily key, because I've completed every side quest I've been able to come across. There's only a few that I haven't been able to complete because they're just too fucking vague. And then there's one that I can't complete because I have to max out the geo statues to get little pearls of remembrance that turn into these little pillars that will unlock some hidden boss fight or some bullshit. In other words, I have to explore all of this place anyway to find every Geoculus to turn into the statue, because I still need like 200, or no, I need like 87 more of them. And it's like, to the point in the Geo statues, it's like 25 a piece now. It's a bit ridiculous. Let's talk to the storyteller. Maybe you could tell me more about Ning 1. No, nothing. This is dumb.
Listen, let me tell you how it is.
What should I try this time?
I know someone later on is gonna be like, well, that guy that just tried to join your party has the same character that they've been talking about. Yes, I know that, but that doesn't matter. They probably just got it from Wish. There's no way they're a high enough level to have gotten that far in the game because they're a 25. I need a 29 or higher. I don't know. Let's check in co-op if there's anyone higher than me online at the moment. The closest I've seen to me so far was a 26. There's a 30 and a 31. Alright. So there are people further than me. That's 2 more people to add to the list of people I've seen that are actually higher level than me. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's dumb. It's real dumb. And I'm gonna say flat out that I should have gotten the Archon quest. I don't know. I'm gonna end it here for today, guys. Thank you, gentlemen, and beautiful people, for joining me on this absolutely bullshit day, where everything just seems to have broken for me. I've been having a whole bunch of issues and bugs with the game today, and I don't know what even's going on. It's ridiculous at this point. Today has been just a bug-ridden day. I found just so many bugs that I can't even count them. I don't know. I fucking give up. I'm tired. This is bullshit. I'm absolutely mad. I'm almost level 30. I don't know. I'm not gonna end it. Fuck it. There's no point. I need to turn the audio down because I'm going deaf at the moment. We're gonna do a couple side quests. Just because I can. And maybe something will fix itself and unlock.
What should I try this time?
There's no point in ending it. I don't feel like I've been live long enough. Let's see. I've been going for 2 hours and 28 minutes. So I guess I've been going my usual length. So yeah, with that being said, fuck it. I'm done. I can't do this any longer. The fact that my game broke is absolutely unacceptable. I'm not one who's a stickler for shit breaking, but considering this is a game that I can't go back and into an older save and continue, this is dumb. Please, if something did break, fix it, and fast. Because I swear to God that if I fall far enough behind for the game to have been beaten in the next few months or weeks while my game is still broken, something is extraordinarily wrong with either your programming, or I found some major glitch that you either saw and completely just skipped over because you thought nobody would find it, or you had someone slacking their ass off and just didn't see it. But with that being said, I'm done. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of shit off camera. I'm gonna hop on Twitch after this and see if I can find anybody who might be able to help me. And with that being said, people, thank you all of you beautiful gentlemen. This person up here in front of me, there's a walking spear. And thank all of you beautiful people for joining me, and and as always, I'll see all of you lovely people next time.